Someone raped a donkey. We should have covered that. Did you see that story?
Yes, I did.
That's not even made our top list, guys.
No, that's
the donkey rape is like, I don't know if you
fine.
can say donkey rape on YouTube. That's like well down our. That's like, oh, we haven't got time for that one. We've got too many actual stabbings this week. We'll have to get onto the donkey rape next week, Paul. Just shift that down the ladder. It's absolutely insane. And you're right, it'll be the next one, and you just got to hope it's not you. What do? Do you have a stab-proof vest? And then they say, oh yeah, the riot's going nuts about. They're saying the trains aren't safe. It's like, you should be. Even people like Aaron Bastani's like, no, you should be able to get a train in safety. It's not a brave thing to be like, I'm on the train and I don't care. It's like, yes, everything carries on. I had this with some idiot replying to me about like, oh, this is performative. Actually, everyone just carries on, and unlike these very online self-promoted.
They used 7-7, didn't they?
Yeah.
I just got on the bus, even though the bus was blown to bits. I just waited and got on that bus because that's how
they were trying to own me with this, and I was like, right. Well, I used to work in a bookshop. I came in. It was actually on the anniversary of 7-7. No one was there because they were worried. They thought, oh, 7-7. I actually got the tube, not even thinking about it, and had gone to my job as normal. Yeah, of course you go on as normal. No one's saying that, moron. We're saying that you shouldn't have to think about, will I get stabbed on a train? It's particularly horrific because you're trapped in there, and you shouldn't have to think about it on the tube or the bus or anything. It's like, that's different from carrying on. I think that same guy talked about blitz spirit. I don't know if it was the same guy or not, but like, yeah, your own government shouldn't be blitzing you with their immigration policy.
What they consider right wing, and I don't consider right wing talking points against what they consider the right wing. Again, I don't consider it right wing. I consider it right wing to be protective of people's safety. And I want to protect my safety as much as I want to protect Terry Christian's safety. The same can't be said of the left. There are many on the left that want people to disagree with them not here anymore. And they don't have the same humanity that we do. And it's obvious that they don't. And they do it because they do it under this guise of kindness. You and I never talk about kindness, not because we're not kind in any way, but because it's not important to make our point. Our point is about making sure we tackle it head on and factually. And the facts here are every single incident we've talked about, if there hadn't have been over migration, if there hadn't have been multiculturalism, and if there hadn't been obfuscation, turning a blind eye from successive governments, not a single one of those atrocities would have happened. Not one of them. Not one of them. And then we can just be focusing on the crime that's already there, that's already inherent within our country. But we're not able to do that because we've imported some of the worst possible people on earth and said it's absolutely fine.
Yeah, and that's another one they do. Oh, you're saying people don't commit crimes who are English? It's like, yeah, no, that's not what we're saying, moron. We're saying we don't need to add additional ones. Of course, you have your own, but they don't see any difference. They see like the person who's just arrived today off the boat is as valid as you in England, even though it's Angler land, the home of the Angles. It's our only home. It's like they're completely the same as you. Therefore, their crime is equal to your crime. What's your problem? It's like, no, our crimes are things we have to deal with because every country has crime, every populace has crime, and that's on us to deal with. That's happening within our house, to use an analogy. These are the things, but these other additional crimes are coming from people we've brought in on the whole who we don't need here. That's the argument.
I would argue, and it's difficult to see. It's a bit like trying to see flu cases during a COVID pandemic. You can't see really what's going on with the average crime in the UK because we've got this other virus going on, which is multiculturalism. And as a result, we can't really see. But what I would say is before this, the biggest atrocities were also terrorist atrocities. They were largely IRA atrocities during the Troubles. Obviously, that largely finished in 1998 when the Good Friday Agreement was signed. But I would argue, and it's difficult to prove because of the metaphor just used, that the crimes that would be committed if we eradicated these ones would not be on the same level. Would get back to a more pedestrian level of crime. There would be the grapes. There would be the child stuff. But it would be on a much, much lower level, much less quantity of it. And people would be able to talk about it openly. That's the other thing. We'd openly be talking about it. All of it. There would be any debate, really. None of us have ever defended. No, I mean, there have been some people on the left that have defended child grape, but purely for their own narrative. But I'd like to think that the majority of normal thinking people on the left and right would all be in agreement.
Yeah, there'd be no but my ideology. There'd just be this horrific thing happened. This is horrible. Wow, this is terrible. Yeah, but my ideology.
Yeah, exactly. So we'd find ourselves in a position where there was a lot more harmony. And to deny that is, well, you're just harming yourself.
All right. Well, that's a very good chunk on that. I mean, I say good, meaning we covered it a lot. Not that it was obviously all horrific, as is increasingly the case, as we've said.